Okay. Oh, really? Yes, cat. Where is this note? These notes are really annoying. They're slowly becoming not fun. And I don't. Which is aggravating. I've definitely seen it. The massive reservoir below Mount Holly receives a natural filtration from the continuous flow of fresh water from two neighboring underground springs before making its dramatic exit via a waterfall on the south-facing cliff. Should I take that? I don't know if it doesn't seem to mean anything, but who knows? Who knows what they're saying? Any vertical numbers in this book? Letters? Vertical letters? No? Yeah. Possibly. Why is it in bold? Maybe? Hey. Can you hear me? Hello, hello? I see you talking, but I can't hear you.
But yes, okay, everything's good.
Oh, there we go. Okay. What's up, buddy? I think I've lost you again.
You lost me? What?
Nope, I didn't lose you. Never mind.
What new blue memos have you found?
Just that one. That was it.
Excellent. Yeah, that one's, I think, supposed to be a clue as far as, like, the multiple reservoir. If you hadn't discovered the station yet.
Oh. I see.
So, yeah, I was looking at... Yeah, I saw your visit to the office. You had the right idea at the beginning, because I know exactly why you were doing what you were doing at the start. So you started mixing it up too much. You had a better idea at the start, because there's a few of the postcards that do not explicitly state where they lie in the route. You kind of just have to piece them in with the others in which it makes sense. But off the bat, you had it right off the bat. You knew what you were doing right at the beginning, because it says he starts in Arinda. You're figuring that as much, right? Starts in Arinda, aka Fen, ends in Fen, aka Arinda. But he does mention that he does mention the first postcard that he's going to venture south. So you had it, at least that part right at the beginning.
Right. That's what... Well...
Now, what made you decide to start switching? Because I saw you starting to swap it, and you started having him go north. Why did you have him started having him go north?
Because nothing happened when I attempted them.
Well, yeah, you had it wrong.
I started the brute force.
You had some of them wrong.
Oh.
But I can tell you that as you went, you were making it more and more and more wrong. You weren't getting it more right. You were getting it more wrong.
Okay, well...
You started off closer than you did by the time you ended it.
Well, I'm just going to call this one because I don't got anything to do, but let me go look at the postcards again, I guess. I don't know. I thought I had...
Go with your instincts, because you had the right thought process. When you were first taking a stab at it, you had the right thought process, and then you let it get the better of you, and you started mixing it up too much.
Well...
So tell me your thought process. I mean, you don't have to go back to it right away, obviously. You have to get back to it. I guess you could have gone back there right now, because now you don't have access to 46. But when you get back there, just tell me what your thought process is.
Okay,
it's
so...
good to just sit and think it out loud while you're looking at the post. And if
Right.
you haven't yet, I'm assuming you're doing it, you want to have, like, each of the countries up on a list, and you want to move them as you're reading the postcards. Move them around. Because
Right.
there's a couple in the middle that should be certain. The beginning and the end should be certain, but you got to figure out from little contextual clues in his writing where the other ones end up lying.
That's why I need to go back and look at them, because maybe I mixed up some of these clues.
Yeah.
But
Definitely want to read. I read over and reread over the postcards multiple times.
I mean, I took pictures of them all, so I guess I could have just looked at my screenshots. That was dumb. But
You weren't reading the postcards during all that? You were just like, I didn't work at first, and I'm going to mix them up?
well, no.
You fought against it. You thought about it. You were piecing it together last night.
Right. Well, I had my order written down that I thought was 100% certain, except for two places. Where there was two places where I felt like there was some it could have varied, and I tried them both, and neither of them worked. So then I just started scrambling things around, and I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, no more scrambling. Stick to your instincts. Go back and reread them. You had a good thought process. Your brain was working, and then you let your heart kick your brain over.
Okay. Okay. I don't even know why I'm going down here. It's a waste of steps, but...
Well, you need to open a room 46.
That's true, yeah. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Eight realms in 8 months. Well, we already know, right? What route? Where to start? Questions like these tend to ignore. I've departed, forsaking both map and plan. The road, as it happens, the road has taken me south.
Now, I guess that's not a certainty in its writing, but it does give you a semblance of an idea.
Right. Well, true spirit, I've departed, forsaking both map and plan. As it happens, the road has taken me south. So he starts at home. So we know that. Fragment of the Old Kingdom. So, fragment of the Old Kingdom. So that's a clue that it has to be either Archaeries or Raja because they belong to the Old Kingdom. So and he went south.
Okay, but now that's not a bad thought process. But if that's the case, then which would it more logically be?
It would be a Raja.
Where's Archaeries and where's a Raja?
Right, it would be a Raja.
That's a good assumption.
So I tried a Raja. God damn it!
Sure, but it's not going to tell you.
Right.
You got it partially right. You got to get it all right. It's just like room 8.
Did you see me? I got every one of those More dry boxes.
You had all the allowances.
Yep.
That's good.
This
That's
one
good.
was the
You're
hardest,
pretty well.
but it didn't take me that long.
No, you did better than me then.
Once I figured out I could make multiple white ones, it got a lot easier. It pretty much solved the puzzle right there. Okay, I'm actually writing this last postcard. Last postcard. So he's just saying, that's it. That's all I need to know. So
I mean, I guess it's not. You still want to read through them. He could give clues as far as maybe where he was before this one.
right, I guess, yeah. Okay. Suppose I put forth the effort and drop it in the mail for consistency, but I am tempted to save the postmaster a trip as it will just wind up here again to join the other 7. Which we're all waiting here. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends I made, and lessons learned along the way, and as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Air travel is so he left by boat, and he returned by air. So,
I mean, you could make that guess. It's not a lot by sea. He mentioned sea travel more than once throughout the cards. All you know is that by the end, he has at least traveled by sea and air. He clearly prefers air travel.
right. Combine and replace the books I lost. Okay.
So yeah, all of these there's lots and lots of little contextual clues sprinkled throughout each one.
We arrived here after a few days of sailing. It made me realize how much more after a few days of sailing. It made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Arch Aries is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business or Cinca. This time I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. We came here after sailing. So we didn't come from a Raja, because he would have traveled by foot or carriage or boat or balloon. So he had to come from one of the other places.
I mean, he's saying that he wants to avoid the familiar towns and factories, so he decides that he wants to trek along the northern coast.
Right, but he sailed to this location.
Sure. At the very least, you know that. He sailed to Arch Aries, and he does mention that it would have been more convenient if the tracks still were present that he could have traveled there north.
Oh, right. To be considered, I guess. I don't know. Let's look at the other context. So I guess it's possible that he went from Araja and sailed from Araja to Arcaries. Possible. Not 4. A little disappointed about the rain. I suppose the anecdotes I'm making this trip I'll have to do without that favorable setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds dot the countryside and make this place feel different than home. Gloria Yena, Aquilor, Bloom.
So yeah, while you're going through the postcards again, you want to have each country like written down. This is why it's easier to do like on a computer, because you can very easily and quickly just keep swapping them around. You go, okay, this place has to be after this place. This place is probably before this place, but I'm not sure exactly when it was before, etc., etc. And then you can just keep moving them around.
Well, I mean, I got it on my list here, so I can do the same thing just on paper, but. So that one really didn't give me any clues as to. Yeah. There have been fewer opportunities the further we travel up into the mountains. I attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I visited without borders. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, you throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. Never expected to appreciate the cold. The frigid weather here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera.
Okay, so this one's like...
This one is
I don't know when he went, but this has got an obvious clue in it. At the very least, you know that this is after he visited Vera.
Right. Thanks.
Is it right after Vera? Maybe, but you don't know that for sure. Maybe he just likes that it's cold versus hot. See, I'm with him, man. Give me the cold over the hot.
Okay, so. Where is this? Where are we right now?
This is Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, right. That's what I had on my note, is that it came after Vera. Okay. Okay. After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Morajai last night, in good spirits. People here, so it's right after a short sea voyage. Possibly from Nuance to Morajai? That would be a little bit longer. The people here are belligerent in their politeness, and after spending a full day among the people, I am just as afraid of eating another dish as I am of rejecting their offers. may try to sneak away tomorrow and spend some time alone with my books. As I noticed that each realm I have visited has one thing in common. They each have been short on solitude. Okay, so I took a short ride here.
Keep in mind that he mentioned it's hard to. It's hard to.
Books.
It's easy to overfocus on some descriptors of that because he does mention that he arrived on the main island of Morajai. There are two parts of Morajai. There's a small island and there's a main island. So it's possible what he could be meaning is that there was a short sea voyages, possibly from the small island to the main island. But I found that the postcards, as far as descriptors of the length of time, were not completely concrete.
Okay, well, what I do know is that he still had his books when he was at Morajai.
That's true. And in the previous postcard, it mentioned that he lost a bunch.
Right, so Puerto Rico comes after Morajai? Was that the Puerto Rico one?
Puerto Rico is the one that mentions that it came after Vera, so it's not unreasonable to assume that Morajai had to have been before Puerto Rico, just based on the book's clue.
That's what I had written down. Let's look some more. Where are there? Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I deeply love Vera. The memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother, the graves, blah 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 blah. I find less occasion, blah blah blah. One thing I need to remember vividly, which has not lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles. Each visitor upon arriving is lent one of the turtles. I'm still under the spell of island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was on Morajai.
Just a reminder, I actually don't remember the order of this, so I'm kind of coming along with you.
Okay. That's what I had written down. This came after Mora.
But yeah, I remember the books being like a big clue in the order of them.
This is nuance. Favorite realm, but I've been a penchant for technology. Don't like nature. City sucks. City doesn't suck. Are just as stirring to me as the mountains. So it's after Korra and after Morajai. Dirigibles are great. I visited, seems serious, popular back home. Speaking of home, as I looked I never thought that I would miss the sight of red flags. Okay.
So the sound of things. What do you think it is now? Because you've gone through all of them at this point.
What do I? Well, I don't know yet. I mean, So Ben, Raja, I don't know because I don't have any clues on our carries yet. But from what I'm looking at here, it's Ben, Raja, Morajai, Vera, Costa Rica, and possibly Nuance, possibly Arcaries. Not 100% sure.
I mean, our Aries for the end would make sense logically, in my opinion. Right?
That's right, because it's like
you could go there and then head home from there.
Right.
Okay, so the thing is that you already mentioned 2 clues. In fact, one you mentioned right off the bat that should be a big clue. At the very, very end, he says that, I can tell you one thing, I definitely prefer air travel over sea travel. Now, if someone were to say that right on the fresh of their minds, you might think
they just
flew.
Right.
So,
yeah.
What country is flight-based?
Nuance. So maybe Argaries, then Nuance, then Fen. That wouldn't be the most efficient trip, but
yeah, that would be unusual, because that would mean that they sailed to Argaries, then went to Nuance, then flew back to Fen.
Right. Raja. What did I have? Morajai.
Also keep in mind the Nuance one, he mentions like he acts like it's probably the end of his trip too. Because he mentions as you just read, speaking of home, as I look across the eastern sea, I can almost see its shores.
Right.
I never thought that I would miss the sight of red flags, so it feels like it's at the end of his travels.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got too. So based on this, then we go Mora. From Mora, he went to Vera, then Costa Rica. And I guess he went to, let's say, Aries and Nuance.
Well, I mean, you might as well put a pin in this for now. You're not going to be able to try any of this until you get back to room 46. You need to get back to room 46.
Okay. Let's move it back there. I mean, knowing just those ones, I could probably just brute force the puzzle after that. Just try and switch them around.
Stick with it. Assuming that you're right in most of it to begin with,
right?
Then yes, you could just brute force some other guesses.
Oh, this is such a long walk. Wish I had a shortcut that would take me right down to that room.
I did not catch all these clues the first time I did it. I ended up guessing a couple, and then from that I was able to go back and read through the postcards and then make sense of some of the clues that I missed.
We will see. See what happens. I didn't even get my outer room. But you say I've still got like a lifetime to go in this game. What the hell is going to happen? Jesus Christ.
It just depends on whether or not you want to finish it in its entirety. You have yet to get to what some of us have called the true ending, and then you have all the bonus content after the true ending. So once you get to the true ending, it's up to you if you want to continue. The final puzzles of the game are satisfying to complete as long as you know there isn't any kind of bonus ending after completing them.
Right.
But they are satisfying to solve. But yeah, you still have yet to get to the true ending yet. Obviously. You would know if you got it. Did you ever end up looking at the new experiments and choosing your custom layout?
No, I couldn't figure it out.
You went back to the laboratory?
I went to the lab, I went to everywhere, and I have no leads on how to activate those new experiments, so I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I mean, it says
Okay,
it says it's the satellite dish.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe I have to reach the satellite dish.
Wait. Hold on. Okay. I thought you got it right there. How did you get that?
I got it with the microchips in the sundial.
Okay, perfect. So it says right there, can now be uploaded to the laboratory from Cinca and inbound electronic mail communications site. So you've got to.
Maybe I need to put them back.
Okay.
Maybe they downloaded them and then I put them back. I think I tried that. So maybe I download them and then put them back and then hit the lab. Let's try that.
No, you definitely need to do it from the lab. You definitely need to do it from the lab. I don't think you need to do anything else. You've already activated it. You definitely need to go back to the lab, though.
So that I don't have to move the microchips again?
I don't think so. No. Now, there's nothing wrong with moving all the microchips. Oh, and also for future reference, I forgot to mention this to you. I mean, he probably would have eventually figured it out, but I don't think it's a big deal to tell you. You can trade the microchips in the trading post if you ever get the trading post.
Oh, okay. Oh shit! Here's the lab right here. Wow, this was lined all the way up, didn't it?
And you won't like permanently lose them or anything. It's just if you ever decide to pick up the microchips, it's something you can trade if you ever put the trading post down.
I see.
Okay, so
see, here's experiments. I've gone through all these.
Here, I'm behind watching yours. I'm on a delay a bit. You haven't started an experiment, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh, here's a new announcement. I can confirm that this morning, as I was driving up to reset the house, the satellite is up. Okay. I'm going to guess that he's up 46. Congratulations. Thanks. Kimberly, I can't confirm with any certainty that he's reached room 46 yet, but the activity I can see on the network, I'd be very surprised if he hasn't. So, congrats. If you want to try to communicate with Simon, is it better to post here or to send him emails? I think the announcement board here is slightly more convenient, as it's a way for the entire staff to contribute without us doubling down on information or bombarding Simon with dozens of holiday well wishes. Okay.
Did I get that? I don't know. Maybe not.
Special orders. Let's put the running shoes in there. Those are always good. Electronic email. Do I got anything new? Lock it down. Nope, nothing new. Data transfers, glossary terms.
There's nothing in data transfers? Data transfers again?
Back on. Oh. Yes, what? Maybe I could only do it from the lab.
Yeah, well, that's what we were saying. Like, there was something you could only do from the lab.
Right.
Okay, so this is it. Okay. So go ahead and add all the extras.
One data packet is currently available. Advanced experiments. Press E to download packet. Okay.
Now, some of these new ones should stick out to you. I'm curious if you'll realize what they mean.
New triggers, new effects. Okay, we're going to take each time, first time you enter each room on rank 9, that's a new one. Each time you access a different terminal today.
Drafting upgraded floor plans is a great trigger, because you've gotten so many.
Oh. Each time you draft an upgraded floor plan? Yeah.
Yeah, you might not even realize it. You put down tons of upgraded floor plans every single day you play.
See, the next 10 times you view your map, lose 10 steps, and then trigger? Wow, okay. Each time you pull a different antechamber lever. Okay, lower the reservoir by 1. That's good.
I guess if you really were like, I can't get this pump room to work, then that would actually solve.
Right. Unseal one of the antechamber doors. Good. Permanently increase your lockpicking skill. That's very good.
Yeah, that's interesting. I could not tell that it was working very well. Maybe if you increased it a lot, but I did not.
Remove a crate from the tunnel.
Oh, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
That is a very interesting one.
That's what I've been saying, man. You've taken so long to get this bloody thing.
Okay, shoot. Okay, why is it?
Okay, now these are new things that could be added. Now, if you just didn't do any from this point on, you would just have all these added to your pool of experiments, right?
Right.
But the one big advantage that you have with this is now you can actually pick which triggers and what the results are. You can pick them. Now you have to pick a minimum, but you can pick the ones that you find the most useful.
Ah, okay. So it won't give me a random list of 3. I just get to choose from the whole list?
No. So right now you just added a ton more triggers and
causes
results.
And effects, right.
For the moment, you have a giant ass pool on both sides, and it'll still only give you an option for 3 and 3. But what you can do now is you can eliminate ones that you don't think are good. I think you have to pick 8 possibly on each side, something like that. But you definitely want to. I mean, you definitely want to, if there's a bunch that you've gotten in past experiments where you're like, that's stupid, I don't like that. Well, now you can just exclude it.
How do I do that?
Don't start an experiment. Shoot.
Okay. No, it's not too late. I just backed out. Oh, wait, packet management.
But I'm assuming those are permanent.
Packet management.
But, yeah,
custom packet. That's probably it.
Do you do it here, or do you have to do it from packet management? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Select 8 or more experimental triggers.
Okay, so that's it. You never want to do more. I mean, you can do more, obviously. You can do whatever the heck you want, but you have to pick at least 8. So you can go from here and just look at the triggers, pick each one that you're like, okay, this is a good trigger. This is a good trigger. This is a good trigger.
Oh, okay. Uh,
So despite the fact you've doubted it, for example, one of the good triggers is each time you draft an upgraded floor plan. That's an excellent trigger. But you can pick any one you want. If you don't like the sound of that one, you can not pick it. You can pick all your other ones.
that's a good one. Terminal, that means I only get at most 3 or 4 triggers. Let's see. Each for every room you draft within the next 40 seconds. I like the digging one.
And obviously, you do have to pick 8. So even if you don't think all 8 are great, you would just pick the ones that are the least of a useless or a nuisance.
Yeah. So how many is that? 4? I need 4 more. Can I like customize them again? Is it
Maybe.
a one-time only?
I never did. But I don't know. I would assume possibly, but who knows? Considering all the other stuff in this game that's permanent, yeah, who knows? But I never tried, so I don't know. Now, I did not find this. I wish somebody told me about this. I injected all the new experiments, and then I never saw this for a long while afterwards. I was like, damn it, I wish I'd seen this earlier.
Oh, yeah. Every time you eat an apple. 2 or more gems. That's pretty common. Keep that in there. So I need 3 more. I mean, the room within, the 40 seconds drafting. How long does it take? I usually go to the door, look at my map real quick,
Yeah,
decide. I mean, it's not bad. If I do a bunch really
I don't
quickly.
know. It'd have to be a situation where like you're doing an experiment where you just want the results of the experiment. You don't really care the outcome of your floor plan.
Right.
So you could just run through real quick and go open, 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 and just get the experiment done really quickly, which is not a bad idea. It's kind of like the archives one because I like the archives trigger because it's a guarantee experimental trigger. So even though choosing the archives sucks, if you can line up the archives with that experiment, you can get tons and tons of experiments because literally every floor plan you draw.
Because sometimes you just, I mean, you can, it's not guaranteed, but quite often you get fruit, and then quite often you hit the secret garden and just flood your
Anyone that
whole.
you feel like you've had good results with, you can pick.
So that's 5, 6.
I mean, I guess if you want to look up to see whether or not.
No, I mean, that's not that big of a deal, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Honestly, the next 10 times you view your map, lose 10 steps and trigger. I mean, when you want to trigger a bunch and I have, 120
Exactly.
steps, it's like, boom,
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
If you got it lined up and you got a ton of steps and you just want to do the experiment, yeah, that's another example of one that not great for like general play, but
right. Let's put the computer one in there just because it's going to pretty much proc every time, every run.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only. I guess I mean it's an easy one to do for sure, but yeah, you're only going to get like maybe 4 experiments done.
Each bedroom you draft after your
ones,
second. That one's not terrible, I guess. But my pool's pretty big now.
I mean, honestly, the red room losing 5 steps and then not that far off from like losing 10 steps every time you look at your blueprint. And that one's actually viably playable.
Right. But it's like you don't want, you lose 5 steps and get the downside of a red room.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like doubly bad. And I hate red rooms. Pretty much all of them. Except maybe the gym.
Yeah.
What do I need? I need 2 more. Let's just let's see. The apple.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the terminal one you were talking about is still fine. It's like
Put the draft in 40 seconds. It's not bad.
yeah, same thing.
Probably put the bedroom one because sometimes I can get a whole bunch of those. That's fine. Okay, so definitely remove the crate. I think I have all the letters. Do they just come
Probably.
infinitely, or?
I mean, I think they cover that entire left table. I don't know if you get more beyond that. I can't remember how many there are. I want to say there's like 15.
Permanently increase your locking skill. Definitely that. So get rid of all your keys. That's not good. I hate the steps one. Add a small chest to the
I
entrance.
mean, set your steps to 40 could save you if it was an experiment you could run regularly.
I mean,
and you were under 40.
it seems that way, but it never does. It's always a negative. You know what I mean? Like it's anytime I trigger the thing, it's like I don't want it to happen because I usually have way more than 40 steps.
No, I mean in that case it would be crazy to even set the experiment. The only time I would think it would make sense is if you got a late laboratory, you're already running around 40 steps or less, and then if you get it, shoot, launch it.
Right.
That'd be the only time it would make sense.
Stock your pantry with fruit. That's good. Gain keys is pretty good. Let's see, add small chest. How many more do I got? It's 3, 5, 7. I got 1 more. Gain 1 key for every 30 steps I have. It's not that great. Set your dice to 2 is not bad. Unseal one of the doors of the antechamber. That might help me get in there when I need to. That's not really that hard. I'll just choose the random ones. That's good. I thought this wasn't in the pool anymore. the hell?
That's why I was saying I thought it was a mistake for you to have already tried to access the experiments, because they were probably
Oh,
they're not going to change. You already accessed these, so from the next day onward, you'll get your new limited
oh.
ones. It's also
Yeah.
entirely possible that because that happens a lot in blueprints too, where you do something and it doesn't go into effect until the next day.
All right. Well, where's the crown? Hmm. Dude, why do they all face? They all go right. Good old swim bird. Was there anything I missed in here? He's swimming, diving, getting made fun of. Looking at the sky, looking at the birds, still getting made fun of. Looking at the water, still getting made fun of. Look, it's stupid. Uh, monk. Where do I want to end it? In the laboratory? The attic?
I don't know why you would need to do laboratory.
Well, just to start the experiment right away. Get
You
rid
do
of the
that from
crates
any
in the
computer.
tunnel. All right. Guess I'll just end it in the attic then. Oh wait, I was going to co-check. That's right. Oh, I should. Oh, I guess not. Oh, just the last day. End it in the shrine. Man, we went and saw this a stringed instrumental version of Fleetwood Mac cover band today.
Say what? What about Fleetwood Mac?
We went and saw a Fleetwood Mac cover band,
All right.
but it was just instrumental and it was just strings. So it was on like violin and cello and stuff.
Good dig.
Huh?
Did you wish they were singing?
No, I mean no. It was just like four people playing. It was supposed to be something romantic that I bought for Lindsay's birthday a while back. And it was cool, man. It was really, I liked it. They had all these, like a whole room full of candles set up, and it was probably like, I don't know,
What?
two or 300 people, maybe in this little theater.
Sounds cool.
It was pretty neat. Some of the songs, I mean, I thought while they were good, like without the full band behind them, they did sound a little thin.
You're right. I could picture some of them sounding really neat in like a string quartet or something, but some of them I feel like would sound weird.
Well, I mean, they were still good, but they were like, it would have been nice to have, firstly, to have it amplified and to have,
Did they play Tusk, for example?
They did. Yeah, they played Tusk. They played. What sounded really good?
That's like a heavy beat song. The idea of it just being strings would be odd.
It sounded fine. What was it? Little Lies was awesome. Little Lies sounded really good.
Prove it, subject.
I didn't record the whole thing. I only recorded one song.
What? Just one?
Well, yeah, because they didn't want us to record or anything or pull out our phones.
You sneakily recorded it?
I did.
Oh my god.
It was neat, man. Lindsay was like crying. She loved it.
I mean, I love live orchestras.
Yeah, me too.
cello and violin is two of my favorite instruments of all time. I keep meaning to bring, because Cleo hasn't really experienced like a full orchestra before. And I try to tell her, like, it's something you need to experience in person. There's just a resonant feeling that goes through your body when you're watching it that just makes it, you cannot experience it watching on TV or anything.
Right. Yeah, I really want to go see. I don't know. Lots of times they'll do like video game music and stuff like that. I really would like to go see something like that. Or Hans Zimmer. I would fucking love to go see Hans Zimmer. Dude's the
I was
man.
literally about to say Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer live orchestra would be so good.
So good. Well, Ramin Djawadi, also very good. The guy for Westworld and Game of Thrones and stuff. Who's another?
I don't think I'd want to see a Danny Elfman orchestral without Danny Elfman.
Did he die?
No, I'm saying, like, you can go to orchestral Danny Elfman's without him. I wouldn't want to see one unless he was there.
Oh, I see, yeah. Both of these statements are true. The gems are in this box. So if that's true, the gems are not in the blue box. The gems are not in the black box. So one's true, one's false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. It could be false. Both statements on the blue box are true. In that case, I would have two trues, two falses. So they're not in this blue box. I don't feel like figuring out, but I'm going to try this one. Yay. See, why are we missing two chairs in this music room? Strange. I feel like there's more to this music room that I'm not picking up on yet. This note denoted in verse, the notes in verse maybe. These things I already found, but the music comes on whenever I come in here. I don't know, I just feel like I'm missing something in here.
You're not.
No?
The denoted in verse note is a very interesting, integral part of the game, but there's no explanation for it. Eventually, if you figure it out, you'll know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't have any overall bearing on the rest of you playing the game. But it has ties to other things you have seen in the game. But you've gotten most of everything out of the music room. You got the blue memo, you got the key, you got the music sheets.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just like the music makes me feel like it's a big room, you know?
Nah, just a room with a piano.
Yeah, we did that. Went out to dinner. Dinner was awesome. We went to this steakhouse. It was great. We went to a steakhouse, and I had a drink. We both had drinks. I had an appetizer. I got a wedge salad, besides my entree, of course. And then, but they the food kind of took a little while to come out. I wasn't in a hurry, so I didn't care. But um, between the appetizer and the salad, by the time I got my entree, I was just like ready to go. So I only took like 3 bites of my steak and then put it away.
What the heck?
It was delicious, though. It was really good.
I bet it was.
Lindsay got one of her clients gave her a gift card, so we had $50 off the meal. So that's why we went there. It's cool, dude. Everybody loves Lindsay. I don't know how she does it. Just she just has a natural charisma.
Everybody,
I guess. Yeah.
Is she nice to everybody? Does she smile a lot?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
See, those are all traits I don't have in public. I don't smile at all. But the funny thing is that I was very, very good in customer service, and I was even better in telephone customer service because everybody would tell me, make sure you still smile because they can hear when you're smiling, and I call bullshit on that.
Well, I think you have a good, not to be weird, but you have a good voice. So I think that probably helps. I hate the way I sound. I hear myself on like the stream and stuff sometimes, and I'm like, fuck, I hate the way I sound.
No, everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks that. But as far as like speaking goes, like I do not smile in public very often. Not very often at all. But I could always speak through it. That's why the whole maybe it's true for some people that the natural feeling of smiling translates to how you'll end up speaking. Maybe it's just a familiar feeling of smile that makes you speak in a more positive manner.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never had that issue, so I was actually really good at doing like telemarketing. I say that. I hated telemarketing. Telemarketing was the most soul-sucking job I've ever worked at, but I was good at it, and I think the only part I liked about it is that I didn't have to worry about people telling me I wasn't smiling.
It's funny. I don't like.
But yeah, so Lindsay has it the opposite. She's naturally smiling, more naturally upbeat, so that makes her someone that people probably enjoy being around.
Yeah. I don't know. She's lived here her whole life. I feel like she knows everybody. I mean, dude, we go out and we always run into people she knows. I mean, I can't go anywhere without running into somebody she knows.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have that, because if you don't have that, or you end up turning into an introvert hermit like me.
Yeah, I guess. Damn it! I dead end this.
I've corrupted Cleo. It's around Cleo. I would say probably was an extrovert when I met her, and maybe that's what drew me to her. But I turned her into a hermit. Now we're introverts together. So, but yeah. She's still. I think she's still fairly up. When we go out and about, she says that she's turned into an introvert, and if she has, it's because of being full. I think that's full. She says she's just grown up and probably grown more cynical in life. Probably, which is to be fair. She's worked very closely in management in like corporate levels, and you deal with a lot of headache with people in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it was mostly me rubbing off on her as far as being an introvert goes. But I say that when we go out, she still seems upbeat to me.
Yeah.
Maybe not as compared to Lindsay, but she's definitely upbeat to me.
I mean, the little I've heard her, she sounded like a pretty pleasant person. And like the chat that what I guess what I imagine her voice to sound like via chat.
It's all fake. She does it's hard to play video games. She'll admit that too. Like, MP is adamant about her playing, like, Elden Ring and games like that, and I'm like, I'm telling you, she'll break a controller if she tries to play something like Elden Ring. Because the games are known for being difficult, and obviously some people find entertainment value in watching people having a hard time in games like that. But Cleo would be like, no, screw this. I am done. I am done trying to fight these bosses. And she would throw the controller across the room, and then you would never see her play again. So it wouldn't be like the Twitch streamers that are like, that end up freaking out when they're playing a hard boss, and then they just keep on playing. She would genuinely rage quit to where she would not return to the game ever again.
Speaking of Elden Ring, did you play the did you play the DLC for it?
Played the DLC. We haven't played Night Rain yet. We should play Night Rain. But yeah, we did a full seamless go-up playthrough of Shadow of the Earth Tree.
Oh, see, okay, I couldn't remember.
I think it made it a little easier. And supposedly seamless co-op is supposed to balance by making everything slightly harder. And supposedly it's supposed to be doing it by, I think, almost double. I think when you play with 2 people, it's supposed to be 100%. If you do 3 people, it's supposed to be 200%. But I don't know. It was super difficult at the beginning. We probably had more of a heartache. We probably had more of a headache navigating the map. The map is so wildly large and complex, but a lot of it is on a vertical plane. The map goes up and down all over the place. It's really hard to navigate, and I don't think, unless you just wander it aimlessly, I don't think you can navigate Shadow of the Earth Tree without a guide. There is so much stuff you can miss in that game because it just, there's no rhyme or reason for why you would come. Like, you'll see stuff in the distance, and you'll be like, how the heck do you get there? And you have to go through like an intertwining vertical pathways around behind whatever it is that you saw or something. It's very crazy. As far as the bosses go, that we encountered a number of hard bosses, but everybody said that the very final boss, which is like a young Radon,
yeah,
is supposed to be like a crazy hard, but we beat him, I think, in 3 tries.
Really? I think,
yeah.
I think like the original Radon, I think, and not to downplay your achievement, but I think they nerfed him, didn't they?
They nerfed the original one for sure.
Yeah,
I don't
think they nerfed the second one.
I got a chance to experience. No, definitely not. They. I mean, it's possible. Maybe they did nerf him in the second one, but he wasn't nerfed at the time that we played him because everybody was still talking about how difficult he's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
I think the main problem with it was seamless co-op, because I think his attacks were, I don't know how to describe it, heavily focused. So as long as his attention was drawn to one of you, you could regroup and heal up and get your bearings, and then you could start attacking, and then he would change his focus to you, and then while that's happening, the other player could do the same. Now, I guess that could be true for all the bosses, but for whatever reason, I found that to be, I don't know, because you would think even if he was focused on just one of you, because for example, it took us forever to fight, what's her name?
Melania.
Crazy, Rod. Yeah. And even if she was just focused on one of you, she could kill you so quickly and so easily.
I know, dude. It took me, I think, about 8 hours on her. And, dude, I had to pull out every dirty, underhanded cheese tactic I had, in the book to beat her.
Yeah. So I don't know. We might have gone lucky. Maybe we just got lucky. That's always a possibility. But yeah, we played. We even had some people watching at the time that I don't know why people haven't. If you're not using the mechanics available to you in the game, then I'm like,
why are you complaining about it being hard?
We had some because we called in. Because there's an option to call in people. You know how there's certain bosses where it's like you can call in this person to help you.
Yeah.
We did that. There's an option to do that. As long as you went through the other side quest, there is at least someone or some ones that will come in and help. And we called them in. And then, of course, as soon as we beat them, like, they're like, oh, well, you called in that support, so... It's like,
right.
Man, what the heck?
Right, yeah, I mean, Radon, I didn't think... You talking about for Radon, or...
Yeah, Radon.
Right.
Because, yeah, you fight him again, which is kind of... I honestly thought that him, being that he was already technically a boss you fought in Elden Ring, him being the final boss in Shadow of the Erdtree kind of... I found underwhelming. I would rather have fought a new boss.
Right. Yeah.
He was different. It's not like he was riding a tiny horse.
I didn't think the original Radon was very difficult, to be honest. I beat him pretty easily.
But see, maybe you might have experienced it before he got nerfed. I honestly don't know. I mean, he was hard. I remember him being difficult, but I don't remember him being difficult compared to like how people described him. Re-nerfed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had to have been nerfed by the time I got around to playing Elden Ring.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if he was for me or not. But he probably, I mean, I didn't think it was too hard. I don't know. But that's also a fight where, like, it was very easy to keep at a distance. It was, you know what I mean? He wasn't like super, super, super fast. And you had your horse available to you.
I remember him being easier to fight by myself than in seamless co-op, oddly enough. But I feel like he might have been bugged in seamless co-op. I don't remember. There was some bosses that I also thought the same. I don't know why that kept happening. Elden Beast I thought was easier when I was on my own compared to when we tried fighting him in seamless co-op. He was bugged though. It drove us insane. There would be times where you'd be fighting what's his face before Elden Beast, and there would be a bug in seamless co-op where it would only transport one of you to the Elden Beast.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and and we would have like an amazing run on the first half where like we got most of our health potions, we're all ready to go on Elden Beast, and then only one of us transports it.
Right.
It happens
happens
so many times. But that's part of it. It's a mod, you know.
Right. I was
But I've heard it's not amazing. I've heard people really like it.
I've heard it's been a mixed bag. Kinda.
Right. It didn't get rave reviews in the same way that Elden Ring did.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about that. I thought it was interesting that, you know, FromSoft, who is really, really bad at multiplayer, decided to make a multiplayer game. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were trying to get better, I guess.
Well, seamless co-op was so popular with Elden Ring. I kind of am weird. Obviously, and it was integrated pretty well. I feel like if they really wanted to, they could have just added a co-op mode to the main game.
Yeah, they should have. But it's like, you know, they had their own co-op system, and it sucks. So someone came out and made the mod for seamless co-op, and everybody, you know, it worked largely without
I thought it was way better.
Right.
I mean,
and they did it in what, like 6 months or less, even? I don't know, you know.
Yeah. they added it quickly, which means that the infrastructure was there. It wasn't overly complicated. I think it was like one guy created the seamless co-op.
Right.
So it was totally possible that they could have done it. And I do stand by. I played Elden Ring by myself, I think 3 or 4 times to get the alternate endings.
Mm-hmm.
And seamless co-op was the best experience I had in the game. It was vastly better experiencing that entire game with another person. Not just calling them in for a boss fight, but to experience the entire thing, traveling the landscapes and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could have played it like that, but you know, that's what it is.
It's time to get a gaming PC. Time to get a gaming PC.
I know that's like a whole endeavor, though, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like,
Ironically, this is one of the best times to try to get a gaming PC because for some strange reason, pre-built gaming PCs right now you can actually still get for a decent price. Because of the whole AI thing, one of the worst prices of computer hardware that you can get right now is memory, RAM chips.
mm,
They're so insanely expensive. They cost like more than graphics cards right now because businesses and corporations are buying up the RAM chips for AI. I'm still mad that I didn't buy some new RAM, but I had no way of knowing. RAM chips have gone up in price by like 2 or 3 times, like double and triple the price. It's insane.
oh, yeah. Didn't they decide to sell them all to the AI companies?
I mean, that's more or less what's happening. So because the demand is there to buy them up, yeah, the prices have been increasing a lot. But I don't know if it's going to go down. I'm kicking myself for not buying some earlier, some better, upgrade my PC. But you can, for some reason right now, at least gaming PCs that are in stock, you can get 32 gigabyte gaming PCs right now for pretty decent prices. You could always buy a Steam machine, I guess. They're coming out early next year. We're thinking about buying a Steam machine for Clio.
I was thinking about buying it. It's so, dude, it's like $1,000.
It probably will be around. Well, people were hoping it was going to be, but the irony is that they were talking about it being under 1,000. But now with the RAM shortages that are happening, it's hard to say what the prices are going to be at this point. It could go up. Who knows? Because it's not like they're in the console competing business. They don't care about trying to compete with like PlayStation or Nintendo or anything. But I don't know. We'll see. She needs a new gaming PC, so we might just get her a Steam machine.
Why does this game hate me? Jesus Christ.
I never pick up Repellent. I hate Repellent. It's very easy to accidentally activate the Repellent.
Oh, yeah.
And there's been times that I've deleted a room by accident that I didn't want to be deleted. I think it was really bad. I think I did. I accidentally deleted the vault one time with the Repellent.
Oh.
Because I don't think it has a confirmation screen. I think you just hit the button when you're in the room, and it
you
just
do.
erases,
right?
Which is insane to me. How does an item that deletes a room for a certain period of time not have a confirmation button?
I know.
So yeah, I just stopped picking it up because I was like, it's gonna screw me. I mean, it did. It screwed me. I accidentally hit it. I misclicked my controller and hit it while I was inside the vault. So I don't remember how long it lasts, like a week or something. I had to wait to get the vault back.
I mean, you could have just like called it a day 7 times in a row.
I guess there was something about calling it a day over and over and over again that I hated doing because it killed your average time. I looked at the logbook a lot, and I liked seeing what my average daytime was. And so if you did something like that, it would completely mess up your average.
Oh, I see. Where am I going? Going back to the attic.
Depends on whether or not... Did you block yourself out everywhere? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, you can always save reattempting room 46 for another day. I mean, I don't know how much longer you're gonna play. We're gonna go ahead and watch some Foundation.
Yeah, what time is it? 2 o'clock? Yeah, I
Two.
might hop off too. Yeah. I want to get up kind of early, take
I was,
Lincoln out for a good while
yeah, I
tomorrow.
was gonna wait, see if you got to room 46, but you gotta start a new day.
That's like, I guess, probably one of the biggest downsides of this game is just the repetition of building the house over
Yep.
and over again.
Yeah, it's the RNG.
I would even put that banana out here. Yeah. All right, that's it.
Oh, did you look out the window of the attic while you were in there?
No, did it show the shrine?
Yeah, you can see the large variation, the large version.
Yeah, I put something else out there that had glass and saw it.
Yeah, it's creepy.
I guess that's a clue they put into like, hey, there's more to this room than
Possibly.
meets the eye.
Yeah, if you're not already trying some other things.
Right.
All right, well, so take it easy. I might be streaming tomorrow because we got some crazy stuff happening. I'm probably not going to stream on Thursday, so I might stream tomorrow.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll look out for you. I'll be at work, so it's a good time for me to watch. I can't
All right,
talk very much. I can't be in the chat, so I'm not that active in the chat all
that's
the
all right.
time. Usually, because I'm at work and I got my hands busy. Um, but yeah, you know, I'm
But
always
take it
around.
easy, sleep well, and I'm sure you'll get the Room 46 puzzle when you get back when you play next.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right, buddy. Have a good night. Enjoy Foundation.
Bye bye.
Later. Gotcha.